Brad Sweet's win at the Summer Nationals showed us that he's still the man to beat for the championship. Does that hit or miss the mark?
Who misses the mark?
All right. How so?
I think Brad Sweet, yeah, he's been super consistent. That's the second win of the year.
Yes, it is.
The guys behind him are really nipping at his heels. I think they're forcing him to be that consistent, but a couple more mistakes out of that 49 group, and them boys in second, third, and fourth in points are going to be right there. So I was gonna say it hits the mark because yeah, we want to see Brad Sweet win. I mean, we've raced with him,
Yeah.
but with everything, the points battle being as tight, I think it's gonna miss the mark this time. Uh, he could prove me wrong and rip off some wins, which I think he needs to do to strengthen that points lead. But I think as of right now, it misses the mark. I mean, yeah, they've been super consistent, but they need to show a little more.
All right. I'm going to go the other way. I think it hits the mark. And the reason why is if you look at the year that they've had so far, by their standards, it's been horrible, right? Like he even said in his post race interview, he's like, man, I wanted to quit a couple times this year. Like it's been a rough year for them. And they're still in the points lead. Now, granted, Sweet's 54 points ahead of Gravel and only 84 ahead of Hodenshield. Macedo has dropped back some, especially after that wreck he had at Williams Grove. But to me, those three are kind of looking like the ones that are going to separate. And for Brad Sweet to go out and win at Williams Grove, a track he's never won at before, they had a really, really good weekend. And you look at all of the stuff that they've gone through so far this year, and it's been horrible. Their consistency has really only been the best thing about their season, which you need to win a championship. I think them popping off a win, I think it's going to open the door for them. I think that's going to help them get some of their confidence back. It's really hard, as you know, even when you're leading a points championship, right? When you're not getting those night in and night out results, it's hard, man. It beats you down. And I think them getting a win at Williams Grove is going to help. And I would not be surprised to see them pop off another 2 or 3 wins here in the next few weeks. So I think it hits the mark.
And I agree with both. I
Yeah,
agree
look,
with both sides.
you can make an argument for both. Absolutely. Because look, at the end of the day, what are we talking about? We're talking about, yes, this is a 3-time champion, but let's not forget the guys who are chasing him right now, Gravel and Hodenshield, have been phenomenal this season, right? Like they've been phenomenal. If Sheldon Hodenshield could eliminate just a couple of those really horrible finishes that he's had, right? Whether it's, he gets into
Yeah,
the wall or blows a tire or something like that. You
and he's
take
right there.
you take 2 or 3 of those out and he's, tied in points or leading the points, right? Because he's got 8 wins on the year. Like he's been really good. So, and Gravel too. Even Gravel, he had a streak there for a while where it was like, dude, is this guy going to get back into victory lane? Like what's going on? So, you know, I think those 3 guys, any one of them is going to could win the championship this season, and
Well,
it's not going to be a shock.
and it's like I've been saying, don't let Sheldon get hot.
No,
I mean, that'll be the biggest mistake that they allow.
Yep.
And let's face it, it'll be hard to stop that from happening because it
Mhm.
could happen to any one of these guys. But I feel like Sheldon's got the better team around him of the 3 other than Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet's got a damn good team around him, but I think Brad Sweet and Sheldon's got 2 of the best teams in the business right now.
Yes. Yep.
And if Sheldon gets hot, I think we're gonna see a new champion.
I would agree with that. I think if I were to look at Sheldon Hodenshield and Brad Sweet, like if I had to compare them, right? And I had to do like a scouting combine, like I like we're gonna do a breakdown of, NFL quarterback prospects coming out of college, right? Like, here, he's got this arm and this, like if I had to do that with those two drivers, the way that I would look at them is Brad Sweet is, look, in terms of his ceiling, I mean, obviously we know that he can be a champion, right? His ceiling is definitely high. And I think Sheldon Haudenschild's ceiling is actually higher. Like when he's on and that team is on, they're damn near unbeatable. The problem is that Brad Sweet's floor is much higher than Sheldon Haudenschild's, right? Like Sheldon
Absolutely.
Haudenschild still has that win it or wreck it type of stuff going on where it's like, yeah, you didn't win tonight, you got 22nd. Where even when Sweet's having a horrible night, it's like he still got 8th. So I think that's kind of the big separator. And like, I was saying a minute ago, if Haudenschild, like you talk about, if he gets hot and then he can have, those races where he gets 23rd or a DNF or something like that, if he can, just cut that in half, get it to where he's finishing in the top 15 on those horrible nights, he's definitely going to be challenging for the title. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. We've been talking about it all year, and we'll continue to talk about it because it's been exciting all year. It's been tight all season long, and I don't foresee it getting bad. I don't foresee that changing. I think it's going to be a tight points battle all the way through
Yeah,
the final race of the
and
season.
I think it's gonna come down to the world finals at the
Yep.
end. I
So
really
do
do.
I. So do I. So it should be a lot of fun, man.